Back with the market right here in ET now. While the index is looking fairly stable, it's better for broader markets. But again, on a net basis, you've got the breadth favoring the declines trend. Kalyan Jewellers, BSE, Solar Industries, GVT&D. They're all the laggards in trade right now. Swiggy is perked up about 3%. There's SBI Life, which is looking quite good. There's, of course, Infosys, which is giving due, comfort to the index. Titan is your top mover today, 3.5% higher there. And then Naukri and Jubilant Foodworks are the ones which are scaling good gains for themselves. About a 3.5% to 4% apiece kind of uptick is what you're seeing on most of these names. But let's shift focus and let's welcome on board the management of Enviro Infra. We've got Manish Jain, the MD, joining in on the show right now. Manish, hi, morning. Great to have you today on ET Now. Tell me a little bit more about these two orders that you've received from UP Jal Nigam. Get us some color on what exactly is the nature of these orders. What's the current contribution that they have to your total order book?
Good morning. These two orders are from UP Jal Nigam. It is under Namami Gange, and both the projects are under hybrid annuity model. Two sewage treatment plants are required to be developed in Varanasi. One is 45 MLD STP at DDU Nagar, and the second one is 60 MLD STP at Lota. So these two STPs are required to be developed. Recently, we had commissioned one of the STPs of 55 MLD at Varanasi itself. So these two projects are again coming up in Varanasi. The beauty of this project is that we are integrating the energy requirement, the power requirement with the renewable sources. A part of the energy is being taken up from the solar plant that we are deploying in this particular project, along with biogas generation that we are doing, which will be converted into electricity. So that is how we have proposed this project. So at the ultimate recurring level, when the plant will be commissioned, so the recurring cost will be low. The total project cost of these two is somewhere around 257 odd crores. The water and wastewater order book as on April when we were going ahead, it was 2,700 crore. So basically 200 crore gets added to this order book. So the total order book on the execution side goes to 2,900 crore. Definitely the first quarter order revenue what we will generate. So that will get reduced from the order book. So that is how it will add to the order book, and it is the start of first of the project in current financial year when we have got this out of our guidance of somewhere around 2,500 from the water and wastewater treatment projects. So this is the start of the fresh orders in the current financial year.
Morning, Manish. Give us a sense of the total order book breakup. How much of it now is coming from Namami Gange itself?
The Namami Gange order book as of now under execution will be somewhere around 700 to 800 crores.
How do you see spending of government budget on Jal Jeevan Mission and Namami Gange going into the next 2-3 years?
Namami Gange is a 100% centrally funded mission. So the entire fund it is coming from the center through some tie-ups or directly from the central budget. So Namami Gange, two phases have been completed. The first phase was 20,000 odd crores, second was 11,500 odd crores, and then Namami Gange Phase 3 has been rolled out. So the budgetary outlay for Namami Gange Phase 3 is somewhere in the range of 15,000 crores. So the movement of projects across Namami Gange has been smooth and it continues to be good. Jal Jeevan Mission had some issues in the past 1.5 years, but now the scheme, the budgetary outlay, what was required to be increased, the same has been done from the central side as well. So that says the schemes are moving smoothly now. JJM, there was some gap in the initial years, but now there is a movement which is normal. Presently, we are executing 5 projects in MP for MP Jal Nigam. fortunately for us, even in the last financial year, the funds were moving, and there is a small component where we have to do the commissioning, trial runs and commissioning. So that phase is going on. Our total balance order book in Namami Gange is somewhere 100 crore, not more than that. So we are just on the verge of that completion of the Jal Jeevan Mission projects.
Mr. Jain, what about the payment cycles from the government? Have they improved as compared to where they were last year?
First of all, let me clarify. In case of Namami Gange, there is no challenge with respect to the release of funds. JJM, since we were doing in MP and the funds were moving smoothly, so that was also clear. Amrut projects were moving smooth. However, in the month of February, March, some procedural delays, so the funds could not be eased out. Presently, the situation has got eased out to a certain extent, and we look forward to getting this liquidity to get eased further as well.
Mr. Jain, the UP elections are expected early next year. Do you expect a slew of order tenders coming in before the elections?
Yeah, definitely a number of projects are already lined up both under Namami Gange as well as Amrut. So we can look forward to a number of projects available for bidding in UP itself.
Is there a tender amount that's in play here?
Somewhere around 15 to 20,000 odd crore projects are moving under Amrut and Namami Gange combined. So we can look forward to some really good projects from UP Jal Nigam itself.
And these projects which are coming to you, what kind of EBITDA margins are you looking at in these projects?
In case of wastewater treatment plants, we'll always look forward to EBITDA margin in the range of 22 to 24%. For current financial year only, we have reduced our guidance to 21-22% to take care of the cost which got increased because of the war. Other way around, we always look forward to that EBITDA margin in the range of somewhere around 22 to 24%.
Since many of these projects now have a renewable component part of it or the power side part of it, how does it improve your margins in in any way?
Rather, we will say it is a blending. The renewable part is added on our own to reduce on the life cycle cost. So the recurring cost is where we try to control so that the ultimate costings while we are running and maintaining the plant. So that is beneficial to our end client as well. So that is how we try to move on, and there's a slight higher capex which is done, but on the OPEX side, the cost goes low. So ultimately, at the end of the day, combining capex and OPEX, the margins remain to be good.
Finally, if you can give us you gave us a sense of the kind of tender pipeline which is there, 15 to 20,000 odd crores. What has been your success rates there?
In the last year, our success rate has been in the range of somewhere around 20 to 25%. We look forward to somewhere around 15 to 20% to be the success rate. And we look forward to some good projects where a value addition like we have done in these two projects. We will always look forward to some projects where we can add values to it. There can be some new, renewable component which we can add to it, or it can be a higher capacity or a higher value project. This is how we will keep on moving in the water and wastewater treatment segment.
Jain, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you very much for giving us those updates and giving us a clarity on the kind of project pipelines that's expected from UP before the elections early next year. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks a lot.